Good morning, everyone. I am Camarie Widmer with RodeoKids.com, and this morning I would like to talk about something that is really difficult and often not talked about, and it is for the parents and the kids, and it is about practicing together in the arena when things aren't going right. And it's something that I have struggled with during my lifetime. I love my parents. I want them to be involved, especially my dad. I love it when he runs the shoot for me. I love it when he gives me advice. But we also have some turmoil from time to time. And I think almost all of us do at some point in time. Parents, I want to remind you that if your kids are struggling, it might be because of you. And kids, if your parents are struggling to help you, it's probably because of you too. We have struggled with communication in the arena, has been the number one thing that has set us back in the practice pen. And the things that have happened in the practice pen carry over to the rodeo arena. After doing the mental game clinic with Dr. Andy Wolf the last couple of days virtually, I realized the distractions that I had in my mind and the things that were holding me back when I backed in the box and nodded my head. And one of them is the energy that's in the practice pen. And last night it was a tough deal. And I had to get off my horse and I just calmly had to tell my dad, hey, we got to change our communication style or else you can't run the shoot for me. And I hated to do that, but I think so often we as children, even at 31 years old, my dad's still my dad, and I still love my dad, and I still want him to be a part of it. And it's still hard to stand up for myself when I know that it's not going like it needs to go. So kids, if your parents are bringing home, if you're bringing home the energy from work, from doing the laundry all day, or from finances, or from a fight you had with your spouse, or anything like that, if you're bringing that energy to the practice pen and you're putting that on your children, you are causing a lot of extra stress, and you are causing them to, the energy that they're feeling is negative. It's not productive. And kids, if you're feeling that energy, you get to stand up for yourself. And parents, you get to listen. If your kids are struggling and you're feeling all that stress and strain, sometimes you got to take a step back and just say, all right, maybe they're right. These kids want to please you. If kids want to impress anybody in the world, it's their parents. They want to make you proud in so many ways. And if they're out there in that practice pen and they're trying and they want it, the last thing that they're trying to do is not be aggressive or be lazy or any of that kind of stuff. They want to make you proud. So if they're really struggling, we just need to ask ourselves, are we really in a mindset? Are we really encouraging them? Are we paying attention to their cues? Are we positively reinforcing them, or are we negatively reinforcing them? And how do they need to be supported? Asking those questions, and kids, asking yourself, what do you need from your parents? What do you want from your parents or whoever runs the shoot for you? If they've been harping on you all the time and that's not working, it's up to you to ask the hard question, to say, hey, what you're doing isn't working. You're not making me feel better. You're not helping me stay focused. You're really causing me to struggle more. And, I think in the Bible, he wants us to be honest with each other. He wants us to build solid relationships with him and with each other. And if we are sitting back in the practice pen because the conversation is uncomfortable and we're allowing ourselves to take on all of this negative energy and tension in the practice pen, whether you're a roper, a go tire, a barrel racer, a pole bender, a rough stock rider, if you're taking that energy from the practice pen to the rodeo pen, it's really hard to be successful. And that's something that I'm really realizing in myself. Sorry about the light, but so I just want to encourage you to have those tough conversations, uncomfortable conversations, and stand up for yourself and set your practices up for success. Set yourself up to be a winner, to be a champion. When you hear about people who are at the top of the leaderboard, it's who they surround themselves with. And they're surrounding themselves with people who run the shoot, who encourage them. I went to a practice the other night and there's this older gentleman in there. His name's Brenny. And he is always so kind and encouraging and constantly pushing you to remember that you are a good horse person, that you do rope well. When things aren't going well, you'll figure it out. You're a good horse person. And when I go to practice at that arena, the energy there is so productive. and it's so uplifting, and it challenges me to want to be a champion. And so if you're not experiencing that in your practice arena, I just want you guys to sit down as a family, whether it's in the practice pen or if it's over the dinner table or whenever it is. I challenge you to sit down and ask yourself, how do we make this better? How do we help each other? And parents, ask your kids, how can we help you? How do we make you feel? And be ready to swallow that tough pill. And kids, ask your parents, how do I make you feel? What do you see that I could do different? And be able to swallow that tough pill, because that's how we're going to get better. So stand up for yourselves, speak your truths, and be honest with each other so that you can reach the highest levels. If we're not honest, we're never going to break through that barrier. Good luck, everybody, this weekend. Safe travels. If we can help you in any way at rodeokids.com, let me know. And we will be scheduling another Rodeo Kids mental game clinic here soon. Check it out, everybody.